Here on WMMS, Cavs are in a bit of a slump. They're 7 or 8 game losing streak, I think. Who'd they lose to over the weekend? The
Bulls on
Saturday
night.
There you go, Chicago Bulls.
Exactly. I mean, it had like 49 points or something.
Yeah, there you go. So the Cavs will get a crack at the Pistons tonight, 7 o'clock. The tip-off show starts at 6:30, right after we roll out of here. Tonight at MMS.
Tonight at 8 p.m.,
Yes.
there's a show featuring me and Mary Santora at Dina's Pizza
2 for 1.
in Brooklyn, Ohio. You can get tickets at BillSquire.com, or I posted the link on my Instagram story at Bill Squire.
Well, you probably just walk up and get them tonight, right?
Yeah, but it's $10 in advance, $15 at the door.
Ooh,
so if they want to save $5, they get them in advance.
Isn't advance before day of?
It's
Before doors.
before doors.
Oh, it's
so
before doors.
Yeah.
Oh, doors are at 6. It's anytime before 6 p.m.
I can buy tickets at 5:55 in advance, is what you're saying.
If there's any left.
I mean, if there's any left.
If there are any left, I could buy tickets at 5:55 and still be
Right.
within advance time.
Yes.
I'm special guest hosting tonight.
Oh, yeah?
Yep, just added.
Just added.
Special guest hosting.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Which is good practice because you are hosting something on Friday.
Final Fridays is back at All Saints Public House on this Friday, January 31st. If you go to my Instagram at Mary Santora Comedy, there's a swipe up link for that.
Now,
Or marysantora.com for tickets.
what time are doors for that?
Doors for that are at 7.
So in advance is until 6:59.
Mm-hmm. $15 in advance, $20
At
the door. Because it's a Friday night show, so it's a little bit more expensive.
So 1 minute is the difference between $15 or $20.
Correct.
Exactly. But we won't be able to make it to that, Alan, because where will we be on Friday night?
Oh, we're going to be at the Monsters game.
That's right.
Yeah, it's Cleveland Rocks night, so we're going to be doing the do out there at the Romo Fijo.
I'm excited about that.
Lots of stuff going on
That'll
this
be a
week.
lot of fun.
Yep, a lot of snacks.
Get the shirts.
A lot of snacks.
Poundcake's coming for the snacks,
That's all right.
for the food and the sweet,
Not
right?
just for that. I enjoy the Monsters game. Like
When was the last one you went to?
when I used to host the intermissions.
So like 4 years ago.
2.5.
That's the only time I've ever been to a Monsters game is one time I filled in for Erica.
Really?
And I didn't get, I was just in and out, so I've never actually been to a hockey game. So this is my first hockey game in my entire life.
I went-
Seriously?
Yeah. I've never been to a hockey game.
Wow.
I went when we were the Cleveland Lumberjacks. Long time ago.
That is a long time ago.
I was one of my best
That
friends.
was when it was Super Gun Arena.
Yeah, Super Gun Arena. One of my best friends growing up, her older brother played hockey. So we would go watch his, intramural hockey league.
Hockey League.
Intramural
Tonight it's intramural Hockey League action.
There's intramural hockey league action.
Yeah.
That's how drunk everybody was. Yes, intramural hockey league.
I love hockey.
But so when he wasn't playing, their family had season tickets to the Cleveland Lumberjacks because he loved it so much. So we would go and have.
I thought
I have a
loved hockey.
Cleveland Crusaders shirt.
Okay.
Do you remember
No.
Bill, the World Hockey Association? This is
No.
early 70s. They played at the Richfield Coliseum. I have a Cleveland Crusaders shirt.
Nice.
Yeah.
There's another Crusaders, right? A soccer team?
The
Maybe.
Christians.
Oh,
Probably.
the Christian. That's what I'm thinking
Christian
of.
Crusaders.
Crusades. Yeah.
Yes. They were lopping off heads from shore to shore.
Using their hockey sticks.
There you go.
Slashing.
So yeah,
did
Monsters
eternity
game on
for
Friday
slashing.
night. That'll be a lot of fun.
So many options for entertainment this week.
Hey, if you listen to the show on iHeartRadio, wherever you are, if it's outside Ohio, tell me where that is. I'll put you on the map of Bureau Chiefs, which is proudly displayed over a young Bill Squire's shoulder there. Mary listens in D.C. Stephen listens in Hermitage, Tennessee, outside Nashville. Corey is out in Sterling Heights, Michigan. Jared and Kelly are out in Greensburg, PA. Blah, blah, blah. We're having brunch downtown Detroit yesterday. Before we leave town, we've checked out of the hotel. We're about to leave town, and we have a brunch date with our friends who are getting married in Jamaica in April.
Okay.
We're going to their wedding in Jamaica. The guy has been a friend of my wife since kindergarten. So it's him and his fiance. And so we're sitting there, and these Insta brunch girls are hilarious.
Just taking pictures of her food or...
Well, these girls, I've noticed that there are two kinds of girls like that who go to brunch. There are the Brittany Furlan types. Do you know who Brittany Furlan
Yeah.
is? Okay. She's Tommy Lee's wife now, but for a long time.
She was a Vine star.
Yeah, I'm funny and kooky and whatever, but I'm mostly hot, right? And then the other kind, those are like the blonde girls. Those are the ones who are like, if we watch all the same contouring videos, we can get that look. The other side of that is like all the Armenian girls or anybody who has more than a little dollop of color, they all go Kardashian light, right? You know the look.
Yeah.
Those are basically your two camps. And those two camps I watched come together in their natural habitat.
Of brunch.
Of brunch. These girls walk in. I mean, it wasn't early. It was probably half past noon.
Let's say 12:30.
But I bet they'd been up since 8 getting ready. And they're walking in. They've got the bags and the hair and the makeup and the thing. This was not a hoity-toity brunch spot. I mean, it's right downtown. It's a nice place. But, you know, we're sitting there, and everyone else is just look like normal people that you would see, yeah? These girls, boy, walking in, the bags, the heels, the thing, and they sit down. You don't see anyone pick up a menu and look and see what to eat.
No.
So they're waiting for their other girls to show up, and then
Because
the
they
other
probably
girls
were looking at them earlier like I do. I go online. I know what I want when I'm showing up. I bet that's what they did.
That's not what they did.
I mean, within 45 seconds of sitting down, they were staging their photo. Yeah. But it's fun to see, and I kind of was chuckling to myself because I'm like, hey, good for them, whatever.
good people
whatever
watching.
your hustle
Yeah.
is, yeah.
You get on there and they have to get the right angle of their drink next to their food with their friends like hair in the background.
But the best part of those is they all look the same.
Yes.
It's variations on a theme. So these girls, like I said, they've all watched the same contouring videos. And so their faces all look reminiscent of one another. You know, back in the day, if you recorded over a VHS tape too many times, you'd get what's called degradation. And that's what you get with these girls. If you photocopy them too many times, you can start on the left side, go down to the right side on that scale, and you can see like, oh, that's the one who hasn't been watching the contouring videos as long as the other one.
Or she's not doing paying for the premium makeup or something.
Maybe.
Yeah, she's doing it like Wet and Wild style. Like she just goes to CVS and gets what she can. You know?
Yeah. So I didn't pay super close attention to them, but every time I kind of glanced over, another girl had joined the group.
Yeah.
And she kind of looked the same.
And it
See,
seems tedious to be like that.
It is.
Just so it doesn't seem enjoyable in any way.
Well, and
I mean, for all I know, they could have been legitimate, like, Instagram people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Influencers or
That's the
whatever.
only reason I could see. I mean, you can make fun of it, but if there are people making money doing that, it's a hustle that's as legit as anything else. Those girls could have been wealthy beyond my wildest dreams, for all I know. But they probably weren't.
yeah. Or
which
they're trying to be. They
they're
probably
trying to
have
get
like
there.
3,000 followers on Instagram, and like enough for a regular person who doesn't have a platform or anything, and so they have like a solid following.
But hot chicks always get a bump.
Hot chicks have a bump, 100%.
And you want to bump it and you're a hot chick, hit me up. I'll feature you on Alan Cox Show Instagram hotties.
Hey,
There you go.
do a bump.
We're going to be
That's all I
getting
think
some local hotties.
Local talent.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Can I when?
Started today.
Now,
Yeah.
Okay.
do we have one up there?
Yeah, there's one up there.
Oh, beautiful. I
Hello,
got to go
Miss
in and...
Poison. Her name's
Give me-
Casey, and she's very sweet.
I'm cutting out sugar in February, so I'll
You gonna
feature
do it?
myself in March. How about
Awesome.
that?
Okay.
Because then I should have abs by then.
All right.
If I cut out sugar and get back to the gym like 4 days a week, I should be in pretty good
Is there
shape
gonna
for
be some?
March.
What are we going to
boobage?
do about this, though?
Oh, it doesn't have to be my face. I mean, it can be from the chin down or whatever.
But we
you
need
know?
boobage.
I have boobage.
She's got boobs.
I've got tastefully C-cup boobage.
Okay.
We'll see.
I didn't know you were willing to show those yabos.
My yabos.
The boobs.
You know what? When I was going through it, I was like, we should have like an all Cleveland gallery one time, or like once a month.
I would love that.
Like
but
once a month,
I
do
need
like a
them to
Cleveland gallery.
I need to know who we can post.
Anyone who works at Barley House.
Yeah, but I don't know who those girls are.
I don't either.
You're going
but
to
they're
get
hot.
so ripped.
I'm gonna
Getting
get
rid of that
ripped.
sugar.
Yeah, she's gonna
Dude, I
start
eat
doing
so much
squats,
sugar.
and then she'll have a new catchphrase.
Say hello to my ass.
It's going to be your... It's going to be your new catchphrase.
See, you miss a day, you miss a lot, Mary.
Dude, I miss so much. I know. What is that? I
Gwen
need
was
a
sitting
quick
in on
recap, please.
Gwen was in for you on Friday, and she desperately did not want me to play that audio. I said, "You know that I can't not play it." The night before, we were sitting around with Nora, and she whipped that out of context, apropos of nothing. We were talking
Did
about
she put
something
her butt in
completely.
your face or something?
No, but she laughed like she knew what she was saying, and I couldn't figure out. I genuinely couldn't figure out where that came from because that's not how we talk. And Gwen goes, well, when we had the flu, when those two were real sick last week, she goes, remember we just binged The Simpsons all weekend, and I'm like,
Ah.
Simpsons.
I did the detective work on that one.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
you guys couldn't figure it out. I'm like, you were watching The Simpsons. They say ass a lot in Simpsons. So
Yeah.
Don't try and take my win from
and
Gwen.
Bob's Burgers
Yeah.
and the whole thing.
That's so funny.
Say hello to my ass.
And she was one of the
Evil little laugh.
she's one of the flower girls over the weekend at the wedding that we went to, and my wife's side of the family. It's a very big Polish family, and so we're kind of telling this story to people. And I also had to tell the story of Good Morning Handsome. And she bent over and,
This I actually like even more.
yeah, I don't have audio of that
Yeah.
because I wasn't running audio. But, yeah, I was giving her a bath, and she stood up and bent over. And there's a little reflective part, where so that your tub doesn't overflow. There's that thing with the notch in it so
Yeah.
the water will go out, And she noticed that was very reflective, and so she stood up and looked between her legs and stared up the corn chute and said, "Good morning, handsome." And I don't know where that came from. No clue. I just, and I don't want to reinforce that by laughing. So I'm covering my mouth like I don't, I said, well, I mean, other than the fact that that's how Gwen greets me every morning, Bill, maybe that's where she got it.
Perhaps.
That's so
Perhaps.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
I enjoy it a lot.
Would it drive? You're a filthy gambler, aren't you?
Sure.
Yeah. Would it drive you crazy if somebody hung on to scratch off tickets and didn't scratch them off?
Yes.
Yeah.
If somebody just had unscratched, just what are you waiting for?
We have one of those people in our own ranks.
Who?
Especially with my cheapskate family members.
Do you play lotto?
I
Do
don't.
you lotto?
I got some for Christmas, and I have like a couple that I haven't scratched off yet, so I have to do that because
Whoa,
what?
stop. How do you get a scratch off ticket and not scratch
I
it?
got like 10 of them. Like I got a lot
And
for.
you didn't
Right,
scratch
and you
them all
didn't scratch
right
all
then?
10 of them?
No, I was open.
Poundcake lets scratch off tickets sit.
I've never heard that in my life.
Nor
I
have
can't even fathom that.
Nor have I.
Why? What are you waiting for? It takes like 20 seconds.
Well, at the time, it was Christmas Day when I got them because they were in my stocking.
Perfect.
And-
You win, then you can leave your family.
Yeah, but I don't think they were for Mega Millions. They were just like
Wait a minute. Are these lottery tickets or scratch offs?
they're
Those are
scratch
different.
offs.
Okay. So yeah, you can win millions of dollars on
Okay,
those.
Right, but nobody's expecting to win millions of dollars. Like
But you could.
Christmas, at Christmas, like we'll buy a bunch of scratchers. The only time of year we do them, right?
Mm-hmm.
My mother-in-law has some. Gwen has some. I was the big winner this year.
$8.
$26.
Hey!
Now that's more than most people expect to get off
Yeah,
scratchers, and
yeah.
that was across like a dozen
Yeah.
of them, right? But nobody else wanted. So nobody expects that they're going to hit $1 million on a scratcher.
But this is the kind of situation where you would.
Okay, well,
Dude gets it for Christmas,
But they're
waits
fun.
9 months.
Okay,
fun.
I'll
Like-
do,
Yeah.
I'll do it today. I'll do it today because I got like 10 of them, and the first 5 I was like, oh, this is cute. I haven't got one of these since I was like a kid. I haven't had a stocking for like ever. And so I was scratching them. I was like, loser, 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 loser. And then I was like, well, I want to open the rest of my gifts. So I was sitting in a mound of like the ash from the paper and whatever, the little pieces of paper.
Yeah,
And
the
then-
little silver
debris.
scratch off.
yeah, and then a bunch of wrapping paper. So I was like, I'll finish the rest later. So I kind of just like put it on my desk and forgot about it. But I will do it. Like,
No, you've
I'm not
waited this
avoiding
long.
He's gonna
You can do
win.
whatever you want to do. I was
He's
just
gonna win.
surprised to hear that.
He's going to win $500.
I hope you do.
Yeah,
That'd be
okay, I'll
nice.
do it.
I mean, the money that some people burn on scratchers is amazing, but there is something addictive about them.
Dude, that's why.
Like, I don't go
telling
and
you-
play the lottery. I don't stand there and go, okay, 4, 5, 2.
hate
being
I'm
behind
not
those
giving
people.
the guy my numbers. But if I'm like on the road and I stop at the rest stop on the
grab
turnpike,
one.
grab a scratch.
Because literally
Just
on
fun.
Saturday night we had that gig with Polk, and he went into Circle K, and there was somebody buying lottery tickets in front of him.
Oh, God, I hate those people.
Yeah, and like they're
worst.
just doing that. Luckily, this person wasn't like trying to trade him in, but still, it kind of started this whole conversation. I remembered that, and I'm like, oh, I got to show Mary this, but I'm like, oh wait, no, she's got to see it on the air.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's always when like I have to go run and get my mom cigarettes or something like that. Whenever I don't want to go to the gas station or go inside the gas station, and it's always some person in front like, all right, let me get 17, 24, 56, 9. and-
Normally, those type of people who play it all the time will already have, when you play it like a Mega Millions or a Pick 3 or a Pick 4, you can just replay the same ticket. You can say, I want to exactly play this midday. These are my numbers.
Yes,
these are my
but-
numbers for evening. Like, you can do that.
I
These
don't-
are my
you
Mega
can do
How many
Millions.
that.
draws do they do?
They do midday and evening every day.
Really?
Pick 3, Pick 4, Rolling Cash 5.
So you know all this stuff.
Oh, yeah. I grew
Okay.
up doing this stuff with my dad. I was just
Okay.
I had 2 casino gigs over the weekend, which we can get into next segment because it was wild. But my dad, we grew up knowing how to gamble. Like, we knew his lottery numbers. We knew his Pick 3 numbers. We would get scratch-offs at the gas station or convenience store. We would go to the horse track with him, like all that kinds of
Yeah,
stuff.
but I never get that lucky. Usually, like sometimes I see the cashier getting annoyed, and they're like, "I'll just open up another register so I can get this person out of the way, and the rest of the line can move forward." Because I'm always behind a person that's like, all right, and
what
I had a dream last night, so I'm going to do this.
But that's
And-
not the type of people who are holding up the line, is what I'm trying to say. The people that you're annoyed by, like, God, they take forever. They have that down to a science to go as fast as they can.
That's why I don't get all that
It's
upset,
not-
because you can tell pretty quickly if somebody like is a pro at this.
And they go up and
so
they
I
say,
just
here's
go,
my 3 tickets, afternoon, midday, rolling
Yeah.
cash 5, my Mega Millions, and they'll play it all. It just takes time to put it through the system. But when I tell you
so
that
much to
those people are prepared when they go in there.
Well, and no matter how prepared the person is, it always seems like the guy working behind the counter
Yes.
Hates
has
his
never entered lottery numbers
It's his
before.
first day,
He's like,
or he's in training. They'll do it as a training exercise of like, all right, hey, you're new, come over here, learn how to do the lotto machine, and that's where it gets wrapped up or whatever. But
Sure.
I promise you, those people have that down to as quickly as it can go. That's just the way that they are.
Yeah.
Because they're not want to waste their time either. They just want to get rich quick.
Well,
baby.
and a lot of places have a sign up there. You can't do scratchers at the counter. You know? Scratch one off, give me another one.
Yeah.
Scratch one off. It's
You gotta like go walk over by the
yes.
coffee.
And then you'll turn around and you'll see a group of inveterates back there in the corner, like
Yeah.
scratching. I'm like, whatever. But
There are people who do that, who will buy a book or they'll buy like $20 ones. Obviously, the higher you go, the better the odds.
understood.
So they'll go spend $500 on $20 scratch offs and just sit there and try to get their money back or try to win. And those people will win, man.
Try to get their money back.
Do you know you can
I
write
like
off
that.
your losing tickets?
You know what? I'm going to try to get back the $500 I just spent.
Did you know
It's
that?
a fun way.
You can write off your losers. If you keep all of your losing scratch offs or lotteries or whatever,
You have to
can
give
write
those
it
to your
off.
accountant or what?
You can write off gambling losses.
How do I insert that into my TurboTax?
It's a thing. Gambling losses is a thing. You can, like casinos that have players cards.
But it has
they
to
can
be.
send
There
you-
has to be a pretty low ceiling
significant-
on that.
No. I think it's the difference between what you lose and what you win. So like when you get a casino card, right? And say you gamble $15,000 in a year, you lose $15,000. Every time they pay you 15 cents or 20 cents or whatever you win on a slot machine, that adds as a pay. So it'll be like you lost 15 grand, but technically you won 13,500. So really you only lost 1,500, and you can write those.
What if
those
you
off.
lost 15 grand flat, didn't win anything? You can't write off $15,000 in gambling
You
losses.
have to, because you have to claim the money you win as well. So like when people, if they
What if
hit,
you don't win any money?
then I don't know how that works, but I know it's when.
So you can only claim the losses if you win.
I think so.
Okay.
So like if you get a scratch off ticket and you win $25,000, but you've kept all of your losing scratch offs for the whole year, and you're like, hey, here's $18,000 worth of losing scratch offs. They only tax you on the $7,000. Does that make sense?
It seems like
I
it's
see
better
what
to
you-
just not do scratch-offs.
Yeah.
But I'm saying some people
or not do
do it.
$18,000.
No, no, no,
If you
no,
get to
but-
the point where you're handing a stack of.
But this is what I'm saying, is that this is how some people live their life. This is what some people do for a living.
Let's put life in quotation marks.
Life, but it's the same with bingo. Some people are full-time bingo players. Well, they go around to
What a
different
life.
halls, they keep their receipts, and they like basically break even, and that's what they do for a quote-unquote living.
I could see that if like you were retired.
A lot of old people do this,
Yeah,
but yeah.
that- you
You
need
think?
a hobby. I guess.
There's people at like dive bars. There was this guy at this dive bar we went to in Cuyahoga Falls, and they'd be like, "Give your losers to Jim," or whatever his name was, because he would write them on, which is very illegal. But
You're
he
writing
would,
off other people's.
We're
Yeah.
after you, Jim.
Yeah, I don't
Jig
remember.
is up.
I don't even remember his real
The
name.
gym is up.
The gym is up.
I love how you say it's highly illegal.
Oh yeah, you can't. It's just other people's
it's
money.
tax
You
fraud.
can't do that.
It's not mildly illegal.
But he would win so often that he would have to have the losers, if that makes sense.
Oh, it sounds like he was surrounded by him. Hey, Ty,
Yo, how's it going?
what's up?
Hey, can we all agree that the worst type of people are the people in convenience stores, 7-Elevens at 7 in the morning when everyone's trying to go to work, spending their life savings and an hour of their time just buying scratch offs with no regard to everyone that's waiting in line behind them?
Okay, it's rude. I mean, you can do whatever you want with your money, but I mean, do whatever. They should just have two lines. Hey, here's
Yep.
a thought. Maybe have more than one person on the clock at the convenience store.
Well, and there's some
Yeah,
convenience
or-
stores that are busy specifically for that. That there's a place over in Parma Heights.
They have a lottery-only counter.
or they have a lottery-only counter, and it's pretty much all of their traffic is people coming in to do that, you know?
I'm with you, man.
The
I
Outlaws
think
from
it's
6
they're
to,
awful.
6 to 9 a.m.
6 to 9.
Okay, good. Thank you, Ty. I got a break here. 35192. Want to send me a text? I'll have those Joe Bonamassa tickets for you. He's going to do 2 shows at Playhouse Square, and I'll have another chance for you to go fund yourself $1,000 for you closer to 3:30.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7.